Okay, so you're ready to start your programming. You want to get your robot plugged in. First thing you're going to do is turn it on, okay, by holding that center button down. And there we go. You can see the red lights cueing you that it is turning on, okay? And you're going to want to make sure you get one of these cords from the back of the room or wherever I have them stored at the time. All right, you can plug this actually into one side of the keyboard. You should be able to. If for some reason that's not working, then you can go ahead around behind the computer and you'll find a spot for this USB plug. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to plug it into the keyboard. You can hear from that little noise you just heard that the robot is powered on and ready to be worked with. Okay, this is a micro USB. Okay, it plugs into the front of the robot. There is a place in the back to plug in. That is for power. Okay, that's when you're charging the brick up on the robot. But in the front, you put it in through the front for the programming. So it goes in like that. And what you're going to hope to see is that the robot is recognized by the computer. I'm going to go ahead and go to New Project. Oh, now it's queuing me to update my firmware. Now, this is an important thing to pay attention to. If you decide to update the firmware, it's a great thing to have updated firmware, okay? But if you press this and your robot is plugged in, whatever you do not turn the computer off or disconnect your robot, okay? If you don't want to update the firmware at that time, you can do so at a later time if you need to. You can press Not Now, okay? So if I was going to go ahead and update the firmware, if I went up to Tools and I went to Firmware Update, okay? All these others are grayed out because I'm not inside of a program right now, and I go to Firmware Update and I say Update Firmware, then it's going to start that progress. It doesn't usually take that long, but it's very important that you finish that process or else your robot will not work until that process is finished. So even if I'm rushing you to get your work done and things put away at the end of class, if you have pressed update, then don't disconnect your robot. I will do it when it's done if necessary. Okay?